Hey guys, welcome to Football Fantasy 11, your ultimate fantasy football guide. Today we are gonna talk about Saudi Pro League match between Al Nassr and Damac. This match will be played in Al Nassr's home ground, and till date they have played around 10 matches between each other. In that, 7 matches were won by Al Nassr, 2 matches ended up in a draw, and 1 match was won by Damac FC. And if we consider the last 5 matches of Al Nassr and Damac, Al Nassr have scored 11 goals and Damac have scored 10 goals. So each of them are scoring at a rate of 2 or more goals in their last 5 games. But Damac having kept a clean sheet in these 5 matches, and Al Nassr have not yet lost to Damac in their previous 6 meetings. So Al Nassr is in a very good run of form against Damac, and Damac is also conceding a lot of goals. So I'm expecting Al Nassr to definitely score in this particular match. I don't think that Damac could actually keep a clean sheet in this match, and in case Damac have to win, then they have to score 2 or more goals. That's what my gut feeling is. Let's see who are their key players and key teams for our Dream 11. But before that, we will first move into the current league position of both Al Nassr and Damac. Al Nassr is currently third in the league. They have won 6, drawn 4, lose 1 game. Then they are scoring at a rate of 2 goals per match, and they are conceding at a rate of 0.91 goals per match. And Damac is currently 11th in the table. They have won 4, drawn 2, lost 5, and they are scoring at a rate of 1.64 goals per match, and they are conceding at a rate of 1.73 goals per match, which means that they have scored actually 18 goals in 11 matches but have conceded 19 goals in these 11 matches. And at the same time, Al Nassr have scored 22 goals and conceded just 10 goals. Now we will go into the recent form of both Al Nassr and Damac along with the key stats. Now Al Nassr's last 5 matches, they have defeated Al Gharafa 1 goals to 3. That was actually in the AFC Champions League match. Then Al Nassr was defeated by Al Qadis 2 goals to 1. That was their first defeat in the Saudi Pro League. And Al Nassr defeated Al Riyadh 1 goals to 0. Al Nassr defeated Al Ain 5 goals to 1. Al Nassr and Al Hilal end up in a 1-1 draw. When it comes to the goal stats, Ronaldo tops the list with 7 goals, Talisca with 6, Sadio Mane with 3, Laporte with 2, Brozovic with 1 goal. When it comes to assists, Sadio Mane with 5 assists, Ronaldo with 2, Otavio, Al Boshail, Al Ajami and Garib, each with 1 assist. Now we move on to the recent form of Damac. Actually, Damac have defeated Al Kulu 2 goals to 1. Damac defeated Al Waida 3 goals to 2. Damac end up in a 2-2 draw versus Al Riyadh. Al Qadis defeated Damac 2 goals to 1. Damac end up in a 2-2 draw versus Al Tawoon. And when it comes to the goal stats, Nkudu with 7 goals, Diallo with 4, Kamano with 3, Shafai with 2, Falata with 1 goals. When it comes to assist, Stanchu topped the list with 4, Solan with 3, Bedrane with 2, Nkudu with 1, Diallo and Kamano with 1 assist each. Now we move on to the key players of both Al Nassr and Damac. When it comes to Al Nassr, Ronaldo, who is a legendary striker, is the must pick for this particular match. He is definitely going to score or even provide assist at the minimum. And the midfielder choice will be Talisca or Otavio. Talisca is in an injury concern, not sure whether Talisca will start this match. So if he is not starting, Otavio will have a key role to play in this particular match. So Talisca or Otavio are the key players for Al Nassr. Then Mane, who is the top assist provider for Al Nassr, is a must pick in this particular match. Then Laporte or Al Ghanem, both are defenders but have the ability to score goals. And Laporte is also injured, so I think that Al Ghanem or even Simakan could be the other center back for Al Nassr. And Al Bashail or Al Lajami both are again defenders, but they are attacking minded defenders, could provide point for assist or even can score goals. Then Borozovic or Gabriel both are midfield choices but have the ability to score goals or even assist. Now we move on to the key players of Damac. Nkudu, who is a top scorer for Damac, will be a must pick in this particular match. I really think that if Damac have to win this match, Nkudu have to have a good match. He have to score. Then Dayalu, who is an attacker and have the ability to score goals. He is the second most goal provider for Damac. And Kamano, who is a midfielder but have the ability to provide goals. So he will be a part of a crucial role in this particular match. Then Shafai is a defender from Damac but have the ability to score goals. Then Vedrani, even though he is a defender, he can provide assist or he can be dangerous in set pieces. So we move on to the next option, who will be Stancio or Solen. Both are midfield choices who can provide assist or even can score goals. Stancio or Solen both are having 4 assists as well as 3 assists. But Solen is currently suspended in this particular match. So Stancio could be your choice as he have 4 assists so far this season and will have a key role in this particular game. Now, since we have listed out all the key players, we move on to the team prediction. And I don't put a single team, I actually put the teams based on different scenarios. And that scenarios will be Al Nassr defeating Damac 1-0. Damac actually defeating Al Nassr 1-0. Actually, the probability of this particular scenario is very, very less. And the team means number of teams in the Fantasy Dream 11 for Damac winning 1-0 will be very less, maybe less than 10%. There lies the chance for you to win this Fantasy Dream 11. So this we have to think out of the box and we have to add that particular option in Dream 11. Then Al Nassr winning by 2-1 or 3-2. Then Al Nassr ending up in a 1-1 or 2-2 draw against Damac. Then Damac winning by 2-1 or 3-2 against Al Nassr. Now we move on to the first scenario where Al Nassr defeating Damac 1-0. Since Al Nassr defeats Damac and keeping a clean sheet, we have to include all 4 defenders of Al Nassr. Whoever is playing in the starting lineup, we have to add all those 4 defenders. And the main defenders of Al Nassr will be Al Bushail, Lajami, Simakan and Al Ghanam. As I told you, Laporte will be injured in this particular match. So we don't prefer adding Laporte. If Laporte is in the starting lineup, then you have to put Laporte and you can make him as a vice captain choice as well. And we prefer one defender from Damac who will be Shafai, as he could be an threat in the set pieces, could provide 2 or 3 headers and have a shot on target as well. So I prefer Shafai in the defensive choices. Then my midfield choice will be either Otavio or Brozovic. I don't go with 2, I prefer 1 in this particular scenario. Then Kamano and Nkudu from Damac. Even you can actually use Stancio instead of Kamano or Nkudu in this particular scenario. Then my attacking choice will be Ronaldo and Mane. My goalkeeper choice will be Al Bukhari, who will be from Damac, as he will have a lot of shot on target to save in this particular scenario. My vice captain choice will be Otavio or Brozovic or even Mane. And Cristiano Ronaldo will be my captain choice for this. And we move on to the next scenario where Damac defeating Al Nassr. As I told you, this will be the scenario where no one will be expected to put the team on, and that's where we have the chance to win this Fantasy Dream 11. The probability of this is very, very less. If you don't put this kind of a team in Dream 11, that's also fine. But in case if the results end up like this, then you have the chance to win the Dream 11 Fantasy League. For this, we will prefer 4 defenders from Damac, and we go with Shafai, Al-Anazi, Vedrani and Hauzaki. And 1 defender of Al Nassr who could be either Al Bushail or Al Ghanam. You can go with either one. as both of them will gonna provide you points for the attacking ability and for the defensive strength. And Shafai and Bedrani could be the vice captain choices for this particular scenario. And my midfielders will be Otavio or Brozovic. I don't prefer adding both, I will prefer only one. And I go with Kamana or Stanshu in the midfield. If you go with Stanshu, I will put him as a vice captain as he can provide assist for that particular goal. And I go with Nkudu, who could be my captain choice as well. Then my attackers will be Diallo, Ronaldo and Mane. And here, please note that if that one goal is from Diallo, then you can keep Diallo and you can skip adding Nkudu. And if that one goal is from Nkudu, then you can skip Diallo and you can go with Nkudu, put him as a captain. Then vice captain choice could be Stancio, Shafai or Bedrani. So it all depends on whom do you think that one goal of means Damac will be. Means if that one goal scorer is Diallo, you can go with Diallo. If it's Nkudu, you can go with Nkudu. So don't put both in this particular scenario. Just add either one of Nkudu or Diallo based on who the goal scorer could be. So this is a scenario which will be very less in the Dream11 Fantasy League team, but we have to put it. We have to go for it, guys. Then we move on to the next scenario where Al Nassr defeating 2 against 1 from Damac or 3 against 2 of Damac. Here I put 1 or 2 defenders of Al Nassr, 1 or 2 defenders from Damac, 2 or 3 midfielders of Al Nassr, 2 or 3 midfielders from Damac, 1 or 2 striker from Al Nassr, and either one or I skip that one striker of Damac. My defensive choice will be Al Bashail or Al Ghanem, Shafai or Bedrami, Lajami or Simakan. What happens is that I prefer 2 defenders of Al Nassr and 1 from Damac. The reason is that Al Nassr is gonna score a lot of goals here. It could be 2, 3 or even 4 goals. And if they score lot of goals, Damac defender will have negative points for those goals. So adding 2 defenders of Damac won't be a good choice. I go with 2 defenders of Al Nassr and 1 from Damac in this scenario. And my midfield choice will be Brozovic, Kamano or Stancio, Nkudu, then Otavio, then Gabriel or Garib. Based on the starting lineup, I can go with either Gabriel or Garib. If they both are playing, I will prefer either Gabriel or Garib as both of them could be your vice captain choice as they could provide assist or even goal. But adding both in this particular Dream11 team won't be a good choice because either one will be having a better game, both of them won't be having a better game. If you think that both of them will be having a better game, then you can skip Otavio because Otavio, Gabriel, Garib, I don't think that all these 3 will be performing equally. It could be either Otavio or Gabriel or Garib. So prefer 2 out of these 3 accordingly. Then my attacker's choice will be Ronaldo, Mane and Diallo. If you think that it end up in a 2-1 game or 3-1 game, then you don't need to put Diallo and Nkudu in this particular scenario. As I told you earlier that either one will be contributing. I don't think that both will contribute for that one goal of Damac. So accordingly, you can switch between Nkudu and Diallo. Now we move on to the next scenario where Damac defeating Al Nassr 2-1 or 3-2. This is the scenario which could be a less percentage of team or less percentage of this particular scenario will be added in the Dream11, and there also lies our chance to win this Dream11 Fantasy League. For this, I go with the similar kind of a defensive structure as I told earlier. My midfield choice will be similar, but I prefer 3 choices of Damac in the midfield choice. It will be Kamano, Nkudu and Stancio. I prefer going with these 3 options and Diallo also in the attacking option. So 4 attacking options of Damac. 1 Diallo from the attacking side, then Kamano, Nkudu and Stancio from the midfield side. Since Damac have to score 2 or 3 goals, I guess that all these 3 players or 4 players have to perform in this particular match. And my midfield choice from Nassr will be Brozovic, Otavio or Gabriel, and Ronaldo and Mane in the attacking side. And my keeper will be the same, Al Bukhari for all those choices. And the defensive choice will also remain the same. Now I move on to the next scenario where Al Nassr and Damac ending up in a 1-1 or 2-2 draw. This team is also similar to my previous team, and here also you can switch between the midfielders because Brozovic, Kamano, Ngudu, Otavio, Gabriel, Stanciu. You have 6 choices over here. In that you can prefer either 3 or 4 choices because I don't prefer adding all these 6 choices. It could be 4 or 5, and in that I go with Brozovic, Kamano or Stanciu, then Enkudu or Diallo, then Otavio, Gabriel. And my attacking choice will be Ronaldo, Mane and Diallo. The good thing is that all the last 3 scenarios are almost similar teams. We have to switch between either one midfielder and the captain vice captain choices only. So that will provide an edge in this particular Dream 11 side. In your fantasy team, it is going to definitely help as all these 3 points will give you similar kind of a point for Dream 11 Fantasy League. Now I move on to the last segment where we try to figure out who are the must pick key players from both the teams in your Dream 11 side. And my defensive choice, Shafai or Bedrani from Damac. Both of them are attacking minded, dangerous in set pieces. So they are the key pick from Damac side. Then Lajami or Simakan, Al Bashail or Al Ghana. All these 4 defenders from Al Nassr have the ability to provide assist. So you have to prefer 2 from these 4, or if this end up in a clean sheet, then you have to prefer all 4. That's what I have already told. But all these defensive players will be the key. Now the midfield choices. Brozovic, Otavio, Gabriel or Garib, Kamano or Stanciu and Nkudu will be the key midfielders of this particular match. Attackers will be Ronaldo, Mane, Stanciu or Diallo. Why I have put both Stanciu and midfielders and the attacking is that if you add Stanciu, then you can prefer either Kamano or Diallo because Stanciu is a must pick as he can be the assist provider. Kamano or Diallo could be the one whom you can switch based on the result that you prefer. If this ends up in a lot of goals for Damac, then you can go with Diallo and Kamano. If not, then Kamano and Stanciu and Nkudu will be the choice for this particular match. I hope I have provided all the information that you need. If you like my video, please share and subscribe, and please suggest this with your friends also. Thank you so much for watching.